Candi Dasa, Bali's peaceful beachside village that was the next big thing and still could be. With a proposed new walkway and 5 minutes away from Bali's Tenganan Village. Is this a place to stay or retire?
I thought Candi Dasa would be an easy episode. Come along, see the resorts, everything to do here. But it's a bit of a hard one, especially when the weather's not the greatest. It's a bit grey, it's been rainy. It's hard to explain what Candi Dasa is. I feel like it's a bit of a resort town, expat town. There's not much on the main road. There's a few good warungs, standard Indonesian warungs, a couple of Western ones. Beachside, there's a lot of older resorts, some a bit dilapidated, some really nice, that look down onto the beach. And I thought there's more sand here than I expected, but there's not a great deal of beach. I can see they're starting to put in the path, but that may take a few years for that to complete. Could take less, but from what I see, there's not many people actually working on it, so I don't know how long that'll take. That could change Candi Dasa significantly, for good or for bad, I don't know. But I'm going to take a look around. There's a lotus pond. There's a old Aga village, Tenganan, further, I think it's about a 10-minute drive inland. But that's about all I see to Candi Dasa, so let's go have a look. Having a look around, for me, Candi Dasa seems like a place where you might want to do a bit of long term if you want that old Bali and you just want to, retire, stay, do a very long stay. But if you're driving through, I think it's a one day. Have a look and then keep on going. It is nice, it is like Bali. I personally don't get it, but I think lots of people would. Just trying to keep it real. There is some nice walks on the beach. You could go walking, we do a bit of sunbaking, but for me it's just a little bit too quiet. If memory serves me correct, I think it used to have a reef and beaches like Sanur. And then back in the 70s, they mined the reef, took all the reef out to use the lime, the concrete, which the waves and water then eroded most of the beach away. Resorts built stone walls to stop the water coming up through the resorts. That in turn washed more beach away to where they are now. So now they're putting in this walkway, because I think one of the harder things when you're in the main street of Candi Dasa is you've got to duck in and out between resorts, which a lot don't like you doing, or finding little pathways through to actually get to the beach or enjoy the beach, or just stay at your resort and that's it. So a pathway along will let you enjoy walking all the way down, seeing what's here, but at the same time that's probably going to have more environmental effect on the beaches. I heard, or I've seen plans that they're going to dump more sand in, but one or two big tides a year, one or two big tides a year, and that's probably going to wash away. I don't think there's a lot of engineering goes into some of these projects. It is lovely, like it's nice. So here we have our room. It's the closest to the water. Little veranda, and then it's just really a small room. It's got air conditioning, windows open up nice. There's a little courtyard there that just needs a bit of a mow. It's also got a work desk for Lynn, and then out here it has a sort of half outside bathroom, toilet behind the door, and that's just a little outside courtyard, which really has no practical use whatsoever, except it gives you a bit of peace and quiet. You can open your windows and be a bit secure. But that's it, 350,000 rupiah, $35 Australian. on the waterfront in what you'd call a Candi Dasa resort, I suppose. And this takes you out to the waterfront. Well, the rain stopped. The clouds have sort of gone. They're still up in the hills, but we've got blue sky now, and you can see Candi Dasa, does shine a little bit once the sun's on it. I'm here at the Lotus Pond. And it's quite a nice walk. There's a big square perimeter around. I'll put the drone up later. It looks like the lotuses aren't in bloom, which is strange. When I came here yesterday when it was raining, I thought they were out. So I'm not a lotus expert. They may open and close. They probably do. It would be very nice to see when they're all open. There's a nice restaurant here, the Shisha Resto, that overlooks the water garden as well. Little bar there where you can sit over. Probably good on sunset, watching the sun go down with the reflection on the water garden. If you walk to the end of the water pond, there is actually a little exit out to the beach area. You've also got a number of dugong drivers there that'll take you snorkeling or diving. They will take you to Padang or out to the islands off the coast of Candi Dasa. Those islands depend on the current and the weather. If you've got big waves, you won't get out there. But most of the dugongs will always take you over to Blue Lagoon Beach at Padang. So you've got that option. Do I stay at Padang and walk over, or catch boats from there to Blue Lagoon? Or do I come to Candi Dasa and catch boats back to Padang but stay at resorts at Candi Dasa? A couple of different options there. Just going to continue walking around the water garden. It is a nice view. You get to see back up to the hills that are behind Candi Dasa. A lot of forest, a couple of terraces, a lot of palm trees in this area. As the sun comes out and my temperament probably gets a little bit better from travelling and rainy days, I can see why people come to Candi Dasa. I can. It's not for me, but I can see why a lot of people like it. They like that quietness, that Balinese style. It is pretty unspoilt. It's old Bali. I get why a lot of people probably retire to here or move to here long term. It is a quieter pace. Take out the road, the main road. Unfortunately, there is a major thoroughfare that goes through Candi Dasa and up the east coast. Can't get away from that. But once you come off the road, you don't really hear it. There's actually a temple with a fair set of probably about 30 or 40 stairs heading up to it. I haven't brought my sarong or anything here, and it doesn't look like there's anybody at it, so I won't go up today. So I've just arrived at the village of Tenganan, and it was a 5-minute easy ride up from Candi Dasa. And as you get here, there's a ticket booth, which is donation only. You can pay, I've seen people pay 20,000 rupiah, 50,000 rupiah, whatever you feel's appropriate. Sign the book and in your head. Now you can get a guide here, and I've seen people say guides are plus, and I've seen people say that they're a minus. So that's totally up to yourself whether or not you want to get that guide. So I'm going to have a look around, see what's here. It is said to be a working traditional village. Definitely a lot of roosters here. So it looks like it's just one straight street that you can walk up, look up one left-hand side and then back up the right-hand side, or back down the right-hand side. So far what I'm seeing is a lot of traditional old villages, and also at each one you've got someone selling some type of village craft. A lot of the stuff I see in Kuta, Canggu, Sanur, and then there looks like a few things that are a bit traditional. So the buildings are quite interesting, or the homes. I think there's a lot of people actually live in each of these dwellings, so they've got their house, and then they're also, as part of the tourist side of this, making a living. There's also a good hall or pavilion here with a stage. Looks like it would be a fantastic place to see a performance at some stage. That looks really good. All in all, from what I'm seeing, I think this is a really good experience. There is a lot of negativity about it on TripAdvisor, other review sites, but the reality is I think these are traditional, original villages, real people living in them. They're all just making a side hustle, selling goods for people who come around and see what real Bali used to be like. I think it's a win-win actually. I think if you're in Candi Dasa, this is one of the things that you should come and have a look at. And it's a donation. A couple of water buffaloes here. I'm assuming they're friendly. I'm going to keep my distance though. So there is a lot of animals here, chickens, water buffaloes. I think having a guide here would be a better experience, as long as you don't have one that's just sell, sell, sell. But if you've got someone that really knows this village, that can go through the workings of each building, I think that would be really worth it. Maybe next time. So that's the Tenganan Village, and if I had to say yes or no, that's a definite yes from me. I think it's quite interesting. Donation only. If you think you're going to get ripped off buying ICAT, just say you don't want to buy it. Easy. Parking, 20 cents. Can't beat it. So this is part of the new walkway, the rock wall that's going up along the Candi Dasa coast. It looks like a lot of volcanic rock. So this is one part of the walkway under construction. Doesn't look like it's gone that far. Rocks brought down, flattened down. Quite large boulders. Not sure how they're going to put a walkway on top of that. Time will tell. So it looks like both sides of the temple. So where you've got the night market, on the northern side of the temple they've got some, and then down near the, I think it's the Sands Hotel, they've got a section down near that. And I'm sorry if this comes across a little bit negative, but I'm walking along the breakwall pathway, which is unmaintained and falling apart, looking at the new walkway that's being built. I don't know what to say about that. They're throwing sand and gravel onto it. That'll probably wash away like it did at Kuta, but they're trying something. One of the things I do find with Candi Dasa is you can walk down the main street, which is quite dusty, dirty, full of trucks coming through. It is a big transit route. And if you want to see the beach, you've got to sort of duck through hotels with signs that say don't cut, don't trespass. Or you've got to find little hidden lanes to get down to a beach that you think might be down there. You don't know what it's like. It's not like just visually seeing something and going down to the beach. It's probably one of the problems with Candi Dasa. But if you look down the coastline, there is some nice stuff here. There's palm trees coming down from the hills all the way down to the water. On a clear day, it would look quite impressive. Just be nice if it had a beach. When I think the thing is, you've got so many options in Bali and other countries that if you want a beach holiday, you're probably going to want to go to somewhere that has a beach. There's my rant, over. Candi Dasa. Would I stay here? Well, I am, but would I come back? Probably not. All the divers, all the snorkels, People keep saying, do you want to go for a dive? Do you want to go for a snorkel? But they're taking you to Penida, or they're taking you for snorkeling to Blue Lagoon at Padangbai. I'd rather stay in those places and just go locally. Food scene here, nothing much, it's a highway stop. Even some of the resorts in the main street, I'm finding that probably 1 in 3 looks like it's been pulled down or no longer in business. I think Candi Dasa might be the struggle town of the east coast of Bali.
I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Outside the lines, and you tell me you're just passing by.